Not good enough. We started to get a few drives going there. Had the nice touchdown drive and a couple more, but we got to finish on some. But we just got to get more consistent. We did a good job running the football at times, but I got to get more consistent throwing the ball and catching it. And so,
was Tennessee's defense different or better in any way than the defense?
I mean, they're a very good team. They didn't make mistakes, but we've seen obviously teams like them. Yeah, they didn't make mistakes. They played well today. Give it to them.
What would you say is their strength and what you saw on defense?
I wouldn't say there's any one particular strength. I mean, their D-line is pretty good. Their back end was solid. And like I said, they didn't make a whole lot of mistakes. I think that was the difference in the game.
Were there any plays that you think were specific turning points or that were particularly difficult to recover from?
No, I don't think there's any one play. The cool thing with our team is that we always think we're in the game. And we always know we can come back, and I think we're capable of that. So I don't think there's any one play.
When you look back at this season, how would you assess how the offense played, and what do you guys need to get back into a pole position?
Yeah, I think we did pretty darn well at times. There's games in there where we did well, and we were pitching and catching, we were running the ball, and then there's other times where we weren't as consistent. And so I think it just comes down to consistency. That's the thing with every offense. You can have a few big plays here and there, but it doesn't matter if you're not doing it on consistent drives. And I think we got to get better at that. And we lose a lot of guys at receiver, and we got to get the young guys coming back in and getting playing.
Is it any solace that so many of you guys are young, just as a sophomore? There are a lot of talented receivers that maybe just need a little experience, a little time, and you're obviously a freshman. Is there any solace that there is a lot of youth, that there is the opportunity to get better?
It's great that we got a lot of youth. I think we're all excited for the future, but pretty bummed out about it right now. Obviously, we didn't come out and play the way we're capable of, and Tennessee did. So give credit to them, but yeah, I think it'll be a good future.
When you look at the defense's performance today, did it just seem like they got worn down, like the offense didn't stay on the field long enough to get the rest of the field?
I thought they played well. Obviously, a couple scores at the end makes it look a little different than the game was, which is too bad. But like you said, the offense has got to stay on the field. Going 3 and out or throwing a pick here or there, that doesn't give them, momentum, and we got to do a better job of that. But it's one of the best defenses in the country we have right there, and to be able to have them on our team is huge. And it's awesome as a quarterback, as a freshman quarterback, to have a defense like we have and have guys like that on our side. That's awesome.
In the coach Cheryl talked about how injuries say you have a sophomore quarterback. What's kind of your personal number one goal for the offseason to get better? What's one thing you can do?
Just leadership first and foremost. Obviously, as a freshman, being the quarterback, you're always a leader. You got to be a leader, but even more next year. Like you said, be a sophomore, and nothing will be new to me. I just got to continue to be a leader and just continue to get better throwing the football and leading these guys, because we got a lot of young guys next year, and we got a lot of guys coming back, and I think we're gonna have a good offense next year.
So aside from leadership, when you look back over the course of the season, what did you learn? How did you grow and develop?
I learned so much. We could talk for the whole day about that. But something I did learn from guys like Danny and Deontay and Travion is that you'll get from this game what you put into it. And those 3 guys specifically, and a lot of other guys, Christian, and those guys work so hard off the field, and they don't leave anything to chance. And I think that's something that I've really learned, is not leave anything to chance. Just give it your all off the field, and things will work out hopefully on the field. But there's so many things I can learn from this season. I'm looking forward to next year.
What do you think you guys are going to take away from this team? It's kind of a push, or is it hard for you guys to kind of get over, obviously, the biggest
Yeah, we'll be able to get over it. It's one game. We got over, 2 games earlier in the year that were like this. But, we're just feel bad for these seniors to have them go out like this. They deserve to have an 11-win year, and it's too bad that didn't happen. But, like I said, those seniors have done so much for our program, and just turning around after those 2 years, and I'm looking forward to the future.
When you look back at this game, what are the overall takeaways? What do you think that you guys could have done better?
We just had to make plays, you know. Tennessee was a good football team. We give all credit to them. But we had a couple opportunities when we had to make plays. And, you know, our defense pretty much leads our team. And I can say our D just wasn't there today. But, yeah, like I said, give all credit to Tennessee. They came out and played a good job.
So you just said D wasn't there today. What was it? Why didn't the D show up as much as it has in the past?
Like I said, today just wasn't our day. You know, some days you come out there and you ball and you have good games, and then some days you just make little mental errors. We just had a lot of little mental errors that cost us game. Should have been out the field plenty of times on third down, let up a couple of explosive plays that led to touchdowns. And those mental mistakes can cost you a game, and I think that's what it did.
Well, didn't get the outcome you wanted today. 10 wins, still a historic season. What type of springboard is this program you think?
Sorry, what was the last part?
What type of springboard do you think this is moving forward?
Oh, it's it's actually great. I think it's big. Like I said, I'll give all credit to our seniors. They led us to this 10-3 season, and but it's actually a good spring for Northwestern football team. A lot of people think of us as an academic school, and that's pretty much it. But with a season like this and big games that we won, it's big for the recruits that's coming in and opens the door for a lot of different things.
For the younger guys, are you guys going to take this loss? You just have to forget about it. You already what's like the takeaway out of this game?
I mean, it's hard to forget a loss, but I know for the younger guys that's coming back, we're definitely going to use this as motivation. Just because like a loss is something that you can always look back to and say next year we don't want to be in that same predicament. But young guys is coming back next year in the winter, in the spring. You just gotta have a hell of a off season, and like you said, use it as the motivation.
So aside from just not having it, as you said before, what were the main differences between today and Iowa and Michigan and all the rest of the games this season? 10 wins?
Like I said, it's just the mental errors. We have guys. We have a lot of guys. Defensive backs, pretty good. D-line is great. But the little mental errors is what cost us the game, and that's the same thing that happened in the previous games.
A lot of people like to talk about SEC speed. Do you guys feel like you were right there with them athletically today?
I mean, I feel like we were. They just played better than us today.
You just chalked the game up for one of those games where it didn't go right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, nothing to fall in our favor. We didn't get any turnovers on the defensive side, a couple turnovers on the offensive side, but like I said, just today wasn't in our favor.
And you don't win 10 games with smoking mirrors.
No, of course not. I mean, you can look back on the film and show that doesn't prove nothing.